Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a brainstorm on the data validation creations in the web versions of Excel. Okay, as you can see over here in this Microsoft web versions, okay, from column A1 until A9, this will be used for the creations of the content for data validations. Okay, whereas from G1 until G9 will be the data validations. So when I go over here, as you can see in the data validations, right? So the source, as I mentioned, I am using this one. Okay, so if you look over here, this is the range reference. Okay, the reference range is from A1 until A9. Okay, this is the range for this. Okay, so before we go over further, right, so I just maybe just show you some things over here. So I purposely put space over here and just put this one, and of course citrus, and the last one will be durian. So from here, right, so I have key in 5 things over here. In between here, this apple and bananas, right, and the A2, there's a space in between. So how it looks like, it will capture 5, of course, any one you will capture. Okay, so if I remove it, of course it will be gone. Okay, so the next one, let's say I just put orange. So in orange, as you can see, it will add it as well. So what if over here, right, this one, okay, so I'm using one of the formula which will be embedded in the data validation, which is called indirect. Okay, so instead of referring this, I can use the formula indirect. Okay, and of course I need to drag this one to the side to the left so that I can refer to the cell I stated over here under K3. So I just put K3. Okay, so that's all for it. Okay, and any others brainstorm, right, we're going to refer it over here instead of here. So there's none of this business in the source over here, the configurations, but we are manipulating on the cell K3. Okay, so when we just click apply over here, so what if over here I purposely put 10? Okay, and of course under the A10 I just put test 1 2 3. Okay, and of course in the G1 it will capture A10. For the rest of the data validation from G2 until G9, it will capture until A9. Okay, so just let you see. Okay, durian doesn't include test 1 2 3, whereas in the G1 you'll see test 1 2 3. This is the things. So when we come over here, right, okay, because this is the same sheet reference. Okay, so if we want to get the in the different sheet, we need to copy the name. Of course there's a purposely typo errors be made over here. Okay, so it will be like this. If you have something like this, parameters 1, how it looks like, so the only things you just put the single quote here and the last single quote here, and of course put apostrophe and just follow as all the things. $A $10. Okay, so it looks like it. Of course this one because it's a reference over the G1. Okay, so I meant here I just so that you have ideas what's the difference. Okay, so for this one, of course when we want to change it over the cell over here, we want it to talk using the formula so that it will change when we change here. So when we only do one time jobs, which means that whenever we change anything once, all these things should be reflected automatically. Like for example, I'm adding another one, let's say over here, right, until A11. So this one, instead of capture A10, A1 to A10, I will capture A1 to A11. Okay, and when another one under A12, this one you add under A12. That's the brainstorm I will wish to like you to think about. Okay, so this is a very good exercise that, okay, it spent me a few days. At last I figure out how it looks like. Of course, I also not that straightforward. I did some research, and finally I managed to come out in my own way. Okay, so from this one, okay, I will show you a series of formula. Later on, I will combine in the one videos and present to you. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think around 6 videos, because there are quite a number of formulas need to be elaborated, okay, so that you will know more when I move into the this one, manipulating on the cell over here. Okay, so whenever I change here, right, this everything will be changed. Even I change the sheet name, it also will change. Let's say I realize, oh, there's a parameters, I mean this one, right, is a typo errors. Instead of I change over here, okay, I edit over here, so this one will be errors. Okay, then I need to change here again, which is what I don't want to perform. Okay, because this is quite a tedious way when I miss out to configure. So the best idea is inside the cell, return the cell values over here, right, to reach your cell, everything will be dynamic, and then we just need to do one time edit. Instead of like I edit the sheet name and then I go over a cell here and then edit again. This one is like a bit I got no idea how to explain this. It's like a bit disaster. Okay, so that's all for today's videos. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like this video, just subscribe my video and give a like. Okay, it will give me more motivations to create the videos. Okay, thank you everyone.